Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Rajni Chaudhary and in this particular video, we will be covering the part 3 of power swing. Part 1 and part 2 are already completed and their link are given in the description box below. Here in part 3, we will be covering the out of step protection technique method applied for power swing. Before starting the part 3, let's have a quick review of what was covered in part 1. In part 1, we have covered the following topics like what is power swing and how it occurs, the power swing classification into stable and unstable power swing. Then we have discussed the consequences of unstable power swing like undesired relay operation, damage to generator and turbine as a result of pole stripping, low voltage which leads to motor stalling condition. Also, cascading outages and complete shutdown of power system is also possible as a result of unstable power swing. Then we have mentioned the protection techniques to cope up with the unstable power swing. Power swing protection monitors the power flow, voltage and current. By monitoring these three quantities and their response, the generators which are operating asynchronously in the system are taken out in a specified manner. Also, here we have mentioned the out-of-step protection technique which prevents the tripping in case of stable power swing. As a stable power swing, in a stable power swing, the rotor has achieved the new angular position and therefore tripping of generator is not desired in case of stable power swing. Then we have discussed the effect of power swing on various relaying scheme, and by this we concluded that the differential protection technique doesn't respond to the power swing and therefore is not influenced as a result of power swing, but the protection relaying scheme like distance relay, overcurrent relay and the directional relays are influenced as a result of power swing. In part 2, we have covered the following topics like power swing analysis and effect of power swing on the performance of distance relay. With the help of power swing analysis, we have seen how the distance relay get affected during power swing. Also, here we have concluded that a power swing appears like a fault, but this fault is changing its location with respect to relay point. Therefore, since in the distance relay we measure the impedance from the relay point to the fault point, but since the fault point is continuously changing, the impedance seen by the relay is also changing, and therefore during power swing the distance relay maloperate. Also, we have concluded that the relay characteristics which was occupying greater area on RX diagram was more influenced during power swing, and therefore more relay is least affected, whereas reactance relay is most influenced during power swing. Starting with the part 3 of the power swing, here we will be covering the topic of out of step protection. Under this topic, we will be studying the out of step tripping relay and out of step blocking relay. These two relays are used for preventing the operation of distance relay during power swing. Out of step tripping relay prevents the tripping of distance relay during power swing, whereas the out of step blocking relay blocks the operation of distance relay during power swing. Thus, these two relays are studied under the out of step protection technique for power swing. Out of step protection. We know that power swing is a variation of power flow as a result of rotor angle change, and this rotor angle changes when the generators connected in the system loses synchronism. Thus, these generators which are losing synchronism with respect to the other generators connected in the system must be disconnected, and the ties between them must be opened to maintain the supply, and there must be resynchronization of the power system. Now, these ties must be open in such a manner that the generating capacity and the loads on either point of the separation are matched properly for maintaining the supply. Let us understand the same with the help of an example, where we should be putting the relaying equipment, how this relaying equipment is opened to maintain the supply and resynchronization. Therefore, for that, we have taken a system where there are two stations, station A and station B. Station A has a generating capacity of 200 megawatt and station B has a generating capacity of 100 megawatt. Also, we have 6 buses in the system. Each bus is supplying the load of 50 megawatt. Thus, since the generating capacity of station A is 200 megawatt only, it can supply the load up to 0.4 only, as the sum of load from 1 to 4 comes out to be 200 megawatt. And for 5 and for 6, station B will be supplying the power. Therefore, we see that a common point is there between the station A and station B. Means station A is supplying the load up to 0.4 only, and 5 and 6 loads are being supplied from the station B. Therefore, if by chance any of the one generators loses synchronism, we should provide a relaying equipment between the buses 4 and 6 such that if the station B generator loses synchronism, then we can disconnect the 5 and 6 from the system, but we can still supply the 1 to 4 loads. In the same way, if the station A generator loses synchronism, then we can maintain the continuity of supply for 5 and 6 by disconnecting the 1 to 4 buses. Thus, if any of the system loses synchronism, there should be a relaying equipment at between 0.4 and 5 for the separation of the two generators and for the resynchronization of the affected generator. Out of step tripping relay. Out of step tripping relays prevent tripping of distance relay due to power swing. We have already seen in part 1 that distance relays are greatly influenced during power swing, and they maloperate due to power swing. A power swing appears like a fault to a distance relay, but this fault is continuously changing its position with respect to the relay point, and the impedance measured from the relay point to the fault point is therefore continuously changing, and therefore the distance relay maloperate due to power swing. To restrict their tripping, we use out of step tripping relay. Here, two blinders are employed for out of step tripping. These blinders are angle impedance relay. As you can see in the figure, these are the two blinders, and we can see the locus of the power surge. This was discussed in power swing analysis in part 2 of power swing. You can go through that. Now, we have already seen in the power swing analysis that if the impedance seen by the relay characteristics locus enters the operating characteristics of distance relay, then the distance relay will see this as a fault. They are also doing the same. If the impedance of that power swing locus enters the operating characteristics of these blinders, then whichever blinder operating characteristics is over crossed by the impedance of the power swing locus, then that specific blinder associated relay will operate. Now this relay will either operate for trip command, for alarm command, or for some other type of control action. Each blinder is associated with auxiliary relay, and these blinders are arranged in such a way that if the impedance, now this impedance is the impedance of power swing locus. If the impedance of power swing locus crosses the operating characteristics of these blinders, then the auxiliary relay associated with these blinders will operate. Now they will operate either for trip command, for some control action, or for some alarm. In this way, the distance relay is prevented from tripping in case of power swing, as prior to the distance relay these blinders get operated. Out of step blocking relay. As the name suggests, blocking, it will be blocking the operation of distance relay during power swing, but it will allow the operation of distance relay during a normal fault condition. When a fault occurs, the voltage, current and the phase angle, these three quantities change instantly, whereas when a power swing is there, these quantities change more slowly. So we can utilize this fact for blocking the distance relay during power swing. Also, we can allow the distance relay operation under normal fault condition. Here we will be explaining the operation of out of step blocking relay. How the out of step blocking relay blocks the operation of distance relay during power swing, but at the same time it allows the operation of distance relay during a normal fault condition. How this is done? For that, we are using a Moore distance scheme. The first and the second unit represented by M1 and M2 are the Moore relay characteristics, whereas the third unit OM3 is the characteristics obtained with the help of an offset Moore relay. When a power swing occurs or during power swing, this third unit zone OM3 will operate prior to M2 and will prevent the operation of distance relay during the power swing. This OM3 will pick up this blocking relay with a small time delay, and therefore this M2 will be prevented from tripping in case of power swing, as M2 represents your Moore distance relay characteristic. The blocking relay B opens the contacts. These are open. These contacts are opened of the blocking relay so that the operation of the M2 is prevented during a power swing, already discussed. Whereas in case of faults, actual faults, this M2 operates first and will trip the circuit breaker. Now there is a possibility that a fault may occur along with the power swing, and therefore this out of step blocking relay will not prevent OM3 from blocking the distance relay, and OM3 will now take care of the such faults which are occurring along with the power swing. Listed here are some of the references from where the content of the slide has been prepared. With this, we end the part 3 of power swing here only. In this video, we have described the out of step protection technique applied for preventing the operation of distance relay during power swing. With this part 3, we have completed the power swing video. For more videos, stay connected and thank you.